give it up for more than that, man. Y'all already know that Detroit is like the Bay of the East. Entrepreneur, into this game that all of you all are, man, legend. The wine is the first thing that my homies said, right? And we wouldn't have been drinking wine. They was like, we gonna drink E-40 wine. What was the first step in that game, and what made you see that vision of making that connection?
So, first and foremost, I had a song back in 1992 on Federal. It was called Rossi. So I used, I used to buy an $8 bottle, and I used to get us all high as hell. The whole stick with it, right? And so I just became a wine here, man. I used to sneak my mama wine when I was dang at 15, 16. And I like the wine. I got my name from drinking 40 ounces of Old English, you know what I mean? But, wine became one of my favorite. And I had an opportunity, so I was a brand ambassador for a company called Landy Cognac out of France, and they wanted to get into the United States and like get somebody to, help push it. At this time, social media wasn't really booming, YouTube had just came on the scene and stuff like that, so on and so forth. And so they wanted me to go get Snoop Dogg, so I went and got Snoop Dogg. And I hooked up the meeting, we all had the meeting. And so me and Snoop Dogg was the brand ambassadors. But it's just, they just didn't know the company that they hired to do the marketing inside the States just really didn't have to dial in exactly what they needed to do. And I was used to it, I was green, you know what I mean? And so what happened was they let that go, but they still have Landy Cognac outside of the United States. So I was like, okay, so one of the guys that worked there, he was like, Earl, hey man, I'm out here in Napa, man. I work for this company, this winery, man. Man, they want to make your wine, man. You feel me? You should come down. I say, man, let's set up an appointment, man, So I go down there, me and my wife, and we tasted. We got my boy Steve, he's still working. He's working for me now, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was a scientist all day. Like he graduated from University of Davis. Cause a lot of winemakers, they went to Davis in Sacramento. You know what I mean? And so, so he was like, "This is a high proof wine, right here. This is 18% alcohol. Then we got, 14. Then we got, 11. So those from Moscato, and 14 was a functional red blend. Then I had the Mango Moscato. So what I liked it the most, me and my wife, we liked it the Mango Moscato. I named it Mango Moscato because the TTB wouldn't let me get away with it calling it Mango Moscato at that time because it's high proof. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I named it Mango Moscato. That became my biggest one. And from then on, it's crazy because it's like, once you into something, so other things, you locked in kind of like you start getting other opportunities to make other things. So, in 1995, me and my family, Be Legit, D-Shot, Sugar Tea, the Click, we had a song called Hurricane. Yeah, that was the lead single for our, almost platinum album. It should have been platinum, but you know how that is back in them days. It was, it was different. So, but I had opportunity to get with a distillery out in the Bay Area that was able to make my hurricane, my Slurricane Hurricane. So I came with three, I had the regular hurricane, Slurricane, and I kind of like, it's really, it all comes from, hurricane is, the original drink comes from New Orleans. We all know that, right? So
definitely, and you got some ties to New Orleans.
Yeah, definitely, because I went to Grambling State University. Yes. All right, Grambling. You know what I'm saying? And I actually used to drink hurricane in college, because at that time I was 18, right? And so it's the village. You know, yeah, that was the name of the liquor store, right? Yeah. So they had the daiquiri machines. Remember that? And they had the hurricanes in a daiquiri form. And that's the only way I ever knew it at first. I never tasted it this in a liquid form. And I used to get it in the big styrofoam cup, and I'd be in class high as a mouse. Because I'm 18, that's the real legal drinking age back then. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's crazy, huh? So I'm a class on one, right? So I'm a fast forward. So I ended up having an opportunity to make Hurricane. Then I added the Blue Lagoon to it. Then I added the sweet tea. And now I've revamped that because it's been like 11 years. And now I got like I got a whole new, I revamped it. They bottling right now as we speak. If I was to FaceTime one of my videographers out there in California right now, he's in LA. He's bottling right now, filming it. This is one of my guys, filming it, coming down the bottling line, new packaging, new flavors, new everything. It's 20% alcohol, 40 proof. So I'm revamping that. So it's gonna be a new thing I'm reintroducing it to the game. Because every few years you need to repackage your stuff, you know what I mean?
And I think the creativity, the language you own, everything you've offered, and then also, like I say, entrepreneurship. Like you, even with the music, and you get into this other game, you say you learn something and you go. How do you build that team that you trust as you learn a new game?
So, it's a family-owned business. So it's me, my wife. My wife does all the compliances, the invoices. She get the BOLs, and when she get them, I can't talk to her for like 2-3 hours because she said I'm trying to concentrate. You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone. I'm concentrating. You don't want to miss no money, right? Because we got to invoice Southern and RNDC and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Breakthrough. Like I got many distributors from all over. So yeah, so I mean, you trust your family, and we really run it well machine. I have I have black brokers in certain states as well, and I didn't choose to do it. It's just those are the ones who came to me. And then I got a white guy. His name is John Hanson. He's a good dude. He's been working with me since 2018, and he used to work for Southern back in the days, and he sold his share many years ago in Casa Azul, the big tequila bottle. Yep. He used to be part owner of that too. So he works for me now. We rock it and roll it, and I have a small circle like a Cheerio. Yeah. So I mean, this is something. But me being from the inner city, you know what I mean? Starting, selling tapes out the trunk of the car, consignment sheets and all this stuff, really doing it organic like the planet. I'm talking about grassroots, you know what I'm saying? No major distributor, no major distribution until like 1994. So the whole, from 88 to 94, I had a small distributor. And then I signed with Jive Records for a 75-25 deal, which was we get 75% of the profit, they get 25 for the distribution fee. It's called a P&D, Pressing and Distribution deal.
Right.
You feel me? So I feel like in the music game, this is one of the situations, first and foremost, from start to finish, an idea might pop up in my head, right? A light bulb just bing, and I'll be like, okay. Here's my newest brand. It's called On One. So I already had, I trademarked a lot of stuff before I do it. And I'm like, it's time for On One. And I think I'm gonna make this a high proof infusion wine, you know what I'm saying, with 68%, a whole new brand. Even though I got real steaming selections and whatnot. But this is a whole nother one that's gonna retail $10.99, $12.99, you feel me? So that's how I did this one. But I feel like all this stuff is, I feel like it's the same hustle, just different product. I ended up getting into co-packing food. So I got burritos, ice cream. I got beef jerkies, turkey jerky. I can pretty much make anything I want, but I just need the burritos is my top seller. Remember the turf burritos back in the days? The red ones and the chili ones, the green chilies. I made those. I had to live my childhood days. We used to call it turf meals. You know what I mean? We didn't never want to come inside. We want to stay outside. So that was just, we go down to the 7-Eleven down the street on Magazine Street and warm it up right there because they got the microwave, they got the Doritos you can put inside the burrito. You feel the hot sauce, the little hot sauce packs, mayonnaise packs, and we call it, that's why we call it turf burritos. You feel me? So I named this shit turf burritos. And they say, it's only one of my aliases called Goon with the Spoon. It's the sound. You know, the little youngsters try to switch up Goon nowadays because they can't do it. It's like, this shit is solid, not salad. You know what I'm saying? We all got to swing with the spoon with me, and it's double entendre, man. Goon with the spoon. Because I'm over the stove.
All right. Now, entering this, as you say, like a lot of the game is still the same, and you just learning the different hustles. As you've grown, you also, your audience grows too. How does your audience respond to the wines, the tequilas, the liquor offerings?
I mean, they were so excited when I first came with the wine. I posted it online, and at that time, I was just selling it online. It was available online, and people were ordering it. And then the demand got really big, and I said, you know, I showed my paperwork to a guy by the name of Steve Harden. He worked for Southern Wine. He worked for Southern Wine and Spirits at the time before they merged with Glazers, and that was 2013. And so he ended up, him and a guy named Jack, they tasted it. They was like, let's bring it in, Earl, because I hadn't met him. See, that's the thing. It's a trip. I was just a brand ambassador for Landy Cognac. You know what I mean? And I met him. I met Steve Harden. I said, one day I'll come with my own stuff, bro. One day. And it did happen. I circled back with him. He's like, oh man, much around, good to see you, man. And I talked to him a lot. He retired, everything. A real fisherman in the game for Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's probably me. I'm just all over the place like space. I'm testing. Let me catch up, right, man. Okay, so now, what was like? Oh, so they brought it in. So it's a dude named Kevin Johnson. He's retired too. All he do is golf and stuff. He do a little broker stuff. But he was like, oh, what? You know, one day I'm gonna get you a pallet sold. And he did it real quick. So a pallet in Vanilla, California at a place called Food for Lex. That was my first pallet, right? He said, watch, one day we're gonna pick up a fucking truckload of this shit, man. You know, I was like, no truckload? Yeah, you know, like 1,000 on the fucking bottle of cases. No, he said, 21 pallets. 21 pallets.
Wow.
And a 750 ml. You feel me? Mm. And so I was like, oh shit, they did it. And then they didn't stop. You know, so then it started spreading, and I started getting my license state to state. So I hired a lawyer, and she worked for a firm, which now she doesn't work for me. She got her own thing. She said, you want to walk with me? And I said, let's go. So we've been rocking for like 8 years without the firm. You know what I mean? So so if I need my license anywhere, you know, I take care of her. You know, she charged me and she do her job and she give me my license. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so just take baby steps. Everything don't happen overnight. You know what I mean?
All right. So if the baby steps are towards that, connecting in something like this. I know Lazar told the story when we were talking the first time how you met.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, eventually I want to connect. When you connect with the other people in this industry, Black folks in this industry.
Yeah.
What's the vision here of the collective that?
I just get excited to be around my people because there ain't too many people in our space. You know what I mean? And anytime we have Black entrepreneurs, no matter what space they in, I just love to see it. Like even with this rap here, like I rock with the youngsters. You know, I'm dating. I'm trying 58. God willing, see next month. You feel me? That's about it. And they, you know, they call me up. Can I see you over this record? I need you on it. And these cats be like 17, 18, 20, 21, 30. Like they young. They known rappers and everything. You know, and I'm like, let's rock and roll. Because what I do, I always. You know what I'm saying? I always stay relevant. You know, I'm from the gang. I just know too much. And I try to brag. I'm not a weed monster, me. I'm just giving it to you straight, not fake. You know what I'm saying? So I always stayed on my toes and, you know what I'm saying? Never got caught digging in my nose. You dig what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, just stay, you got to stay on the case. You got to keep your eye on the ball. If you keep your eye on the ball, you'll be okay.
Well, I definitely got to ask this one, and then I'm going to go to the audience because I know people got questions. But somebody I'm sure I'm cool with. I always had this discussion about him between Detroit and the Bay, and that's Davey D. What's your take on the D? Because I just think the energy is so.
Big homie Too Short said it many years ago. He said, Detroit, it's like Oakland. I'm a black man. It's a black thing. Some shit he said like that, you know what I mean? Too Short, man. You feel me? And I was like, you know what? You right. So, we used to be out here, me, B-Lud, all of us, Richie Rich, D-Shot, all of us. You know what I'm saying? With the Cheddar Boys, Street Boys, from all of them. We got songs with all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Right. And, we just, Detroit just showed so much love. Just, it was like we was the same people. Like, we all from the same soil and whatnot. Y'all riding Vogues and whatnot. I'm like, what the hell? We in Oakland? We in the everything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. So then we do these shows, man. And I'm talking about, they singing album cuts, man. Detroit singing album cuts, they love the hit records, but they singing, when one of your fans is singing the B-sides, the album cuts, like the cuts that, just own the album, you got something.
And you have been on Southern for a while. That's a huge distribution company that's nationwide, if you guys didn't even know that. What I've learned is what they do with our small minority-owned brands is they keep them pushing to the back because there's no initiative when we be in direct competition with the bigger brands. I want to know, did you experience that with Southern as long as you've been with them?
I'm going to be honest with you, I have. And, especially these days because the wine and spirits game is down in sales. A lot of people are not drinking wine and spirits these days. They, I don't know if it's they're trying to be more healthier. I don't know if they're into more like medicinal. But they are drinking some stuff. Like, it's a trip that trip me out. Let me just finish answering your question because I'll go to all out that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they do that. So what they encourage us to do is like, get your own team to get, boots on the ground, not the song, but you know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Get out there, roll up your sleeve, hit store to store, because they so big now, and then they don't have enough space, because especially in California, like RDC is not in California anymore. Yeah. They, so everybody that was with RDC, all the suppliers, they start putting their bid in with Southern. Southern start looking at the numbers, some doing well, some doing good. They brought in some of them, they let some of them not come in. Right. And so we have to, and I'm with you, I understand exactly what you're saying. We just gotta work harder because we have always been hard workers, you know that. So keep your head up and stay focused and just work hard because they ain't gonna give it to you, you gotta go get it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. All right, got some other questions up front.
As an entrepreneur, you've had so many different businesses. What is the one constant that you tell yourself that helps you with sales? Like, as far as, is there a business practice? What is that one thing, or is there a one thing?
Well, when I first started selling wine and spirits, a couple of people have said to me, I'm surprised you're just now doing this. I'm like, man, good things happen to those who wait, Like I said, you just gotta let it all unfold, let God take the steering wheel. And I'm like, I'm not sure, I wasn't sure where I was gonna go with it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if I would have did it in the 90s, I would have had to spend hell of money on advertisement, double page ads, like you treat it just like a rap band. We have to put out double page ads in Double XL magazine, Source magazine. Them things just cost $11,000 a lick. You feel what I'm saying? So, bus benches, everything. You can still do it, but now we have this thing that's a gift and a curse called social media. And you use that because it's free. It can be your best friend if you treat it right. Right? You feel?
Yeah.
So that's the blessing in this thing. So I utilize that. Like what I've been doing, like I say, my guy, he's up there right now in Southern California doing my slurricane. I got 5 new flavors, so there'll be like 9 of them, 9 different flavors, new packs and everything. Show that on social media. You know, show like I came out here, I choose to be here because I'm normally at all the I'm in all the production. Like I'm right there, I'm pulling it off the line, I pull it off the bottom line, drinking it, show my people that hey, I own this 100%. This is my shit. Period. You know what I mean? Like this ain't no, oh, he slapped his name on. You know how they be doing this, man. Oh, you just slapped your name on there. Our own people be doing that to us too, man. Oh, they just slapped your name on there. This fear. Even if I did, so what? That'd be a stepping stone. You know what I mean?
I do got this question.
Yeah.
So as you put it on social media and people like, yo, I want to buy that, how do you push the demand if that place, they can't get it where they at?
No, what you do is you tell them to request it at your local liquor store. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do that. You know, and you show all the distributors you do have in that area and try to get your audience, the people that rock with you and follow you on all social media, tell them, go request it and, you know what I'm saying, and start telling a friend. And you send them some cases, like send them a case or two, say, hey, share this, put this on your story, you know what I mean? A lot of stuff has been blowing up through TikTok, you know what I mean? So all you need is that TikTok moment, you know, right? That's what they call it. That's what XXL did. They had a TikTok moment. That's what Taylor Pork did. You know, that's what Clef was doing. But guess who be pushing the needle? Guess who be moving the needle? Our culture.
Yeah.
And there be other people brands, not ours. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So we just gotta have each other back like a backpack.
Okay. We got another question.
E-40, appreciate you. Name's Legend, man. Thanks for the inspiration.
Yes.
I'm an artist, I'm a speaker, I'm also a minister. Love the song, The Method, by the way. Appreciate what you're doing.
Right on, thank you.
The transition jumping between artist to author to spirits owner. When the book went New York Times bestseller, did you notice anything as far as how that was helping you tie all these different aspects of your brand together? Did that book, I'm a New York Times bestseller author, does that help all these other things come together in some way, or was it like a separate success kind of victory? How did that come together for you?
Well, I had all the stuff already. So what my publicist did, he said, man, I want to time all this together. So I want to get you on Good Morning in America. So I did Good Morning in America. And I cooked out of a Going with the Spoon cookbook that was presented by Snoop Dogg. So Snoop Dogg, he already had his million selling book. He sold 1 million copies already. So he was just like, Cousin Earl, I want to say the Snoop Dogg presents Going with the Spoon, right? And I said, let's go. So we really put it together. And they, you know, and they had our back. The book company, they put the whole house behind it. And so what we did was, I went on Good Morning in America. My album it was my birthday week. Right? It was my album came out that week. Like we tied everything in there. You feel me? It was Black History Month, I believe. Something like, there was a whole bunch of
It all fell in line.
Right, so we put it all together like the weather, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I just took advantage of that moment because it's, you know, like yesterday, it was a streamer that's very, very known. His name is Speed, Speed, right? He held on, like he got like 40 million Instagram. He's a streamer with Twitch, so he came to the Bay Area. So my publicist was like, man, he gonna hit you, he gonna FaceTime. I said, and cause I already rock with him, right? And you know, there's stuff like that. You add that in, and now you're grabbing the younger generation, cause all of them they're into Twitch and streaming and all that, live streams and stuff. And so I was like, okay, that's a good look right there. Then it's another guy about Mr. Hot Damn It. I don't want to say the real word, you know, cause I told him he needs to change his name, and I don't like saying God's name in vain. But he the first time I ever seen him on Instagram, he was in a car with the doors open, and he was in Detroit, And he was sliding through on the freeway. All the doors was open. I'm talking about off. All the doors was off. And he's slapping, and he ride through, and he looking back like, I say, man, he look like he from the Bay. Right? And so I'm like, so he done made, that was his front, it went viral, like, you know what I mean? It was in the club, it was like 4 of them. He had a black and mild in his mouth, like, back like, on the freeway, it was hard. He did that, right? And so I just hooked up with him recently. And he came to the A area, and we say, let's make a movie out of this. So he was in there, all of us, me, my boy Cousin Feek, him, you know, so we all was on one infusion wine, 16% ABV, right? He big on YouTube and on social media, so that's how you hook up with them like that, do that kind of stuff. I don't know if that answered your question, but teamwork make the dream work, you know what I'm saying? Like, do a lot of collabs and stuff like that. Like even y'all with, like, you know, liquor companies, like, you know, get together. If you have a tequila and somebody else got like a margarita or something, like, you know, do a collab and y'all send a, you know, collab invite. Y'all share these, you know what I mean? Share a post and whatnot. That stuff helps because you grab each other audience. You know what I mean? Keep doing your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Do it all, bro. You know? It's never too much, you know? Yes, sir. I wish you the best and continued success.
Appreciate you. Thank you so
All right.
much. Yes, sir.
All right, definitely.
Hello. I poured myself a glass of this here, right?
Hi, Vanessa Braxton.
Oh, Vanessa?
We met a long time ago. Long time.
You seem very familiar.
Yes. Long time ago.
Good to see you.
Same here, same here. I lived in Santa Clarita.
Is that far from is that Detroit?
No, Santa Clarita, California, back in the day. We met a long
Is
time
this
ago.
Southern California?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't know I'm down Southern is big. Southern California, I'm in Northern, you know, I'm up top, Northern California.
Yes. A question. When you do your next production, you plan to use a black distiller? Because you can do that by law.
Yeah.
Use black distillers in different markets that you want to expand to, just like Diageo does. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. So I have yet to run into them, but
You know that.
I got it already down there. But I will definitely keep you in mind. You know what I'm saying? It's already.
As you know, I made Ron Isley.
Yeah. Somebody's telling me Ron Ozzie got his own thing.
Yep.
That's dope. That's congratulations to you.
And
You did that. That's a big.
I'll tighten up that slur. Because I used to drink that.
I'll get your car for your name and everything.
This one rough ride at time.
Right on. That's dope though. Now I know our people, man. We are very creative, and you know, just like you know, shoot, man. Before they came with Uncle Nearest whiskey, I got a song I did before. I said it was called Facts Not Fiction. I talk about Mary Britton and all these people, all these great inventors. And I said, you know, I talked about Uncle Nearest. You can look it up. It's called Facts Not Fiction. Way before they even came with the whiskey.
Yep.
So I love to see our people. We done created a lot of stuff, and we can do everything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, we got a question. But
First, I just want to say, I told her money costs too much and I ain't got a dime. You got to pay me. Pay me don't ever buy. I grew up on your music. I'm a huge fan. Studied your come up, your whole journey through this whole thing, especially with the independent vibe, you know. And, you know, like today, as you mentioned a few minutes ago, you got social media, you got the internet. But to me, just from my experience, it seems like nothing will ever replace like a real, genuine, in-person connection. You can actually,
That's true.
right, you know, shake someone's hand, look them in the eye, and like really connect on that level. And I feel like when you got into the liquor game, you already had tremendous success in music, but I'm sure it was a whole new cast of characters that you had to meet in order to, you know, make that a reality. So I guess my question is just about networking. If you have any advice on how to find out the right people to meet, you know, how to establish that connection, where to go, just any type of advice would be much appreciated.
Being in certain rooms, you end up meeting tycoons. You feel me? So I'm gonna make a prime example of it. You know, they call me Front Row 40, and you can see me at like a lot of major sporting events, especially the Golden State Warriors. I don't know if y'all know about them.
A little bit.
So look, check game, and I'm gonna give you a prime example. So I already had wine, I already had my ready-to-drink premix cocktail drink, Slurricane. I already had tequila. A brother came up to me. He used to work for RNDC. Right? He was like, he say, "Fo, I'm courtside." He courtside. He's sitting with because he was in RNDC seats. He was like, "Fo, man, you got all these brands, man. Have you ever thought about making a cognac?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I just know it gotta be from Cognac, France, and I ain't got no plug." He said, "Say less." And he gave me his number and everything, and I hooked up with him. And the owner of the company came down. She came in from France. She said, "Well, she's gonna be out there in 2 months." So we went to my country club in my elite neighborhood. And she said, "What you want to call it?" I said, "I want to call it Tycoon. I want to call it Tycoon Cognac." And that was that. So I'm just saying, just a prime example of just meeting people. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you rub shoulders, you know what I'm saying? Networking is the best way to go about everything. Being a people's person, networking, a closed mouth don't get fed, and a lazy hustler don't get bread. You feel me? So you gotta talk, man. Talk for yours, man. For real, because everybody ain't no mind readers. We're not. We don't know what you're thinking, you know what I'm saying? Let it be known. That's what I suggest.
All right.
E-40, God bless you, man. Thanks for being here.
Back at you, brother.
My name is Anthony Olsen. I'm brand owner as well.
Okay.
And recently moved distributor as well. I've been with the RNDCs, Empire Merchants, Southern Wild Spirits. I've been with all of the big guys. Unfortunately, I see when your brand is not doing as well as they want to, a lot of times they'll let you go, or a lot of times they'll take other brands in that is giving them a lot more payola to do what they need to do. Are you in the future going to be able to work with some of the smaller distributors with some of your brands so that we can get that out there, so that we can own it and name it and say that we're part of the E-40 brands?
So you're a distributor?
Distributor as well.
Where do you distribute?
I distribute out of New York City.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Vertex Imports.
Okay.
And how's
it doing for you?
Huh?
How's it doing for you?
It's great.
So is it on a spirit side or a wine
I
side?
do wine and spirits. I import wines now. I'm an importer as well. So I import wines from Spain. I import wine from Spain, from Italy, France. I was one of the biggest supporters of African brands in 2020.
Okay.
Around COVID time. I managed over 15 brands as well. You know, with another distributor, and then I decided my own distributorship.
Right, righteous. Yeah, so you know, a lot of times everything ain't gotta be, but I got small distributors across the nation. Small. They ain't gotta. Sometimes the smaller distributors get the job done better than the bigger ones, so they focus.
Small blessings.
And they're more hungry, and they make it unfold, you know?
But that's what we got to do. We got to stick together. You talk about being together and everybody here. This is why we're here, right?
Absolutely.
Connect and we can get things going under our own, flow. So
Right.
yeah, I'd love to have some of your brands.
I'll get your number too, because I'm gonna be honest with you. New York, I didn't have good luck in New York with Southern Glazed Wine and Spirits.
But you don't have a black distributor that's in New York.
Well,
And I make his brand. So we got a black distributor
We developed our brand
in New York. And we run New York.
After 10 years.
Right.
That's what I want. I want to use a black owned distillery.
Right.
I was using Temperance, Michigan for over 10 years, and then I wanted to use a black owned distributor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So I got some news you can use. So check this out. So the way the climate is right now, certain things are moving, certain things are not depleting. You know, like I got cognac. It's way better than, yes, there be the more known cognacs. I won't say no names that we all drink in our culture. Yeah, you know what I mean? Our demographics, you know what I'm saying? And right now, it's not even, it's like the more known cognacs are not moving like they used to. You feel me? So it's like, you know, one good thing about cognac and bourbon and whiskey, all that, you can sit on a butt storage fee start adding up. So if you over forecast, you got a whole building full of just pallets and pallets of just liquor, you know, and you ain't flipping the profit that's sitting there and they ain't depleting. It's bad news. You feel me? So then you gotta go sell it to like grocery outlets and certain other, you know what I'm saying, retail stores that you know take it and you just at least be happy you made the money back that you paid to get it, you know, formulated and done, you know, produced.
We're here to support both brands.
I'll talk to you about New York. You got it. Okay? Right on. Good luck with everything, bro.
All right.
Bro.
So we gonna get 2 more questions. We got one up front, and then we gonna get one more. Oh, we already got, okay, these are the last 2.
Hey man, my name is Jason Rigel. I am a guy that's whiskey from Nashville, Tennessee. I think you know Stacey Thomas. We grew up together.
Yeah, I know Stacey's one of my brokers out there at the community.
Yeah, we grew up together in Alabama.
Yeah.
We grew up on your music, but we grew up on the hustle and the bay and everything that y'all was teaching us, man. So the guidance is infinite wisdom that enables excellence. We can learn from the past and we can learn just as much from the person sitting next to us.
Yeah.
But the question that I have for you is called a guidance question. And if you look back over your life, what's the best guidance you ever gotten that somebody gave you? And what guidance would you give somebody today? And it could be about liquor, but it could be about anything.
Listen. You gotta listen. Talk less and listen more. Period. You know what I mean? Soak it up like a beach towel. You don't act like you know it all. You know what I mean? And you already know, stay prayed up. That's in anything you do, period. Have confidence with yourself. Don't be lazy, like go into overdrive. Don't say, okay, it's opportunities. So history repeats itself, opportunities don't. So if you see an opportunity, pray on it and say, hey, you know what? Is this gonna happen for me, God? And He's gonna just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? Don't you know, just stay focused, man. You know, and keep the faith and know what you can do. And don't try to get into things that you know that you're gonna have fun with. Like I have fun selling these wine and spirits. As you can see, I'm sitting. I have fun with this new deal. You know, and they spit LRPs, long grass pepper, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Right? You know, legalize dope from the throat. You know what I mean? So you know, athletes love their job. Like they just, I be around them, they be hella happy. You know what I mean? So whatever it is, I'll give down what you do. Just if you love it, man. Embrace it. Do you feel me?
All day. This our last question here.
First of all, I want to say I'm proud of you. I'm from Oakland. I met you back in the early 90s. I used to be executive producer for C, Metro Reliable.
Oh, what? Live Isn't it Berkeley?
Berkeley, yeah.
Berkeley.
You when the clip was first coming up.
Right.
Made y'all first stuff of
dopeness.
So my question is, by you having all these brands, is it hard to manage them? Because I started a bourbon brand after my grandfather, John was up. So they told me to stay one SKU for the first year and then go from there. How hard is it to manage the different SKUs, the tequilas, the bourbons, the wines, the flavor wines? How difficult is that to do?
I'm so glad you asked that, bro. And that's what I was going to tell y'all. I'm going to keep it 1,000. I'm about to cut down a few of the brands. Like I feel leaving gin alone. I'm not telling y'all that this is just me because I got too much to handle. You know what I mean? I'm probably gonna leave the bourbon alone. It'll be in motion whenever if it come back around, I'm gonna be ready for it. I'll be ready for it. I might just, I'm not just gonna go hard. I'm not gonna make them, I'm gonna probably keep them, but I'm not gonna make them my priority. So when I pitch them to different distributors, it's only gonna probably be, the main ones, like my Ecuador Tequila, the own one, the Earl Stevens selection brands, and probably the cognac, right? Like not as many, probably it's a few of them I'm leaving alone for now. Because of the climate. So right now, my advice, take your best one. Take your best one or two. Don't overdo it like me. Fuck all that. Get it to you straight, not fake. You feel me? Take your best ones and focus on them. Because it's hard to do it, without having, 1,000 employees, all over the place. A lot of these companies, they get, they got big machines, man. They got long money behind it, and I'm playing with a few dollars, but I ain't deal. They got several members on the board and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. That was a great one. So like I said, I don't want to discourage anybody, but that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting the back on some of these brands. I'm not even developing any more new ones. I'm gonna keep it right where I got it for now because it's there. I mean, here's something that I heard, and I'm almost certain it's true. You heard of Tebow's vodka, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I never knew nothing about Tebow's, but this was in 2014. I'm on tour with me and Too Short. We behind stage. We finna get drinking. We take a little right before 10 minutes before we finna go on. We take a shot with cranberry. We had some vodka, and I'm using to like Belvedere or whatever was going on at the time. And so they gave me this Tito's and they made the drink and I drunk and I'm like, this hella good, smooth. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, what's that called? They say Tito's. I say, where that's from? They say, right here in Texas, right? Man, did you know it took Tito's 20 years? He was in Texas for 20 years and he blossomed. Come on, man. So, you know what I mean? It might not happen right there. You know what I mean? I've been in this since 2014. So how many years is that? 11 years. I feel like I got another 9 to keep, you know what I'm saying? Before I blossom to the fullest. Before somebody come and acquire me. You know what I mean? And then I'm just gonna make some more brands because I'm the king of slang.
That you definitely are.
Right on.
So as we get to a close, I know that we always I leave on a note of, he asked what advice and what guidance would be, but just more so the liquor industry, period. You touched on it when I interviewed Lazar earlier. I was talking about it. I've talked to one of the distributors for a lot of the white brands about it before. It's changing because just the way that people drink is changing.
Some people are more healthier now. They looking at the ingredients and whatnot. My son and be having me on. They're like, Pops, this little bread right here. See, this only got 3 ingredients. In it. You need to drink organic Lakewood pineapple juice. That shit is available. Lakewood go crazy, y'all. The big juice flavor. Remember Lakewood? I'm a spokesperson today. All right, I'll keep going.
So I was just gonna ask, okay, so as you look at this, and you've seen this in music, you've seen it in many other games. So if it's getting tough, how do you still keep focused? How do you keep your head in the game? And how do you know when that next pit's coming?
Well, that's gonna be a decision between you and you. You gotta look at numbers, crunch your numbers. Don't go broke behind this shit. You feel me? For real. And put your pride to the side. 'Cause I always feel like putting your pride to the side save lives. That's health wise. That's in the streets. That's everything. You know what I mean? Communication rules the nation. You know what I'm saying? Figure out if it's working for you, but still have faith. Hold on like a hubcap at a fast lane if you should. You know what I'm saying? I promise you. And And we'll be discouraged because everything ain't, you know, whatever your brand is, you never know. That category might just start booming out of nowhere right when you're finna leave it alone. Because that's how it's been like that. Because people will be like, man, such and such is on a comeback, you know, out with the old and in with the old again. You know what I mean? That shit is, we go around and run like a circle. So I just feel like, you know, just go with your gut and your heart on, you know, continuing, but stay in it and work hard. It's really about to keep it 100. And I'm saying this to myself as I speak. If we take our shit into overdrive, like I say, boots on the ground, like roll up your sleeve, get your team. I'm sure we got some little nieces and some nephews that's 17, 18, 19, 20. Maybe, no, they can't even be that old, right? They gotta be at least 29 up, right, to hit the liquor store. Go out there, give them some, you know, say, hey man, do you have this? You know what I'm saying? I'll, have a button-down shirt on, you know, just like the distributor may have had a button-down shirts and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Go into these stores and, you know what I mean, and say, hey, this is what I have. Have you had this yet? Look at the owner of this brand. He has this, he has that, and you know, just kind of let it be known. You know, so that's because these distributors aren't doing that anymore. They're not. You pay them that 30 points, you know, for distribution fee and everything, and they're just not doing it. It's just like you're lucky to be in the system with them. You feel me? That's where it's at right now at this point. Because you know what I'm saying? Because the big dogs got the big bread. So they, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna. This was, you know, you keep it 1/2. I'm keeping 1,000 out. The Black Lives Matter jugs, they ain't doing that no more. Cause like for right now, it's kind of, you know what I mean? It's kind of dim. Like they're tripping right now. They was helping us out a lot when, you know, the George Floyd situation was cracking. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, they ain't really like, you on your own now. Get out there and work. They ain't handing out nothing. You feel me? So what I meant by that is like, you know, I don't know how focused they are on black brands right now. You know what I mean? So we just we always make it through.
Yeah.
We'll be okay.
Yep.
And that's real. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is real. Give a round of applause. Reggie, from the bank, with all gang and all slang, laid it out. Lazar made this happen. Thank you so much. E-40, all those.
Thank you, brothers.
Yeah.
But we're gonna, before we get that, we give my mind, stay. So we headed over a couple hours.